Hello, Tim's RV Tips here. Showing you some progress that I've made with the Tesla Model 3 battery pack installation for the Sprinter van power system. Just to recap, it's going to have upwards of 220 volt AC, 60 hertz pure sine wave. It's also going to have 120, 12 volts, and of course using the 96 volt Tesla battery pack. So here's some photos and some description of how the progress is going here. I'm only about maybe 30% done, but made some major progress here, so here it is. Major breakthrough here with a connection of the BMS, power up of the BMS and Sentience. I've configured the BMS to have the 25 cells for the Tesla Model 3 battery, and it's connected to the cell taps. As you can see, 50% state of charge is its current estimate, and a pack voltage of 94.6 volts. So it's things are coming along here, and next steps is to connect it to the other modules in the van, which is measured from these cell taps through a CAN bus. This is my first CAN interface endeavor here. So I've got CAN high and low, which is just a serial bus that talks to all major cars ODB connectors. It's going to be talking to this charger right here, this Elcon charger, 6.6 kilowatt charger, and will be controlling, the BMS will be controlling via relays this 220 volt 6 kilowatt pure sine wave inverter, this 120 volt pure sine wave inverter. And also we have our two primary buses here, or actually negative buses. This is the 12 volt ground bus, and it will be connected to the 96 volt Tesla module battery bus. We also have our cabinet here. This is the first time I've shown this. This is our main cabinet. It's about an 18-inch by 24-inch main cabinet for the Sprinter van. And I've got a couple of circuits here, which is one is a pre-charge circuit and a bleed circuit. So when I turn on the main system, I can pre-charge the capacitors in the inverters, and then when I shut down the system, I can bleed them off with this control right here. So also state of charge meter here when you open this up, and I also have a cabinet lighting here. So here's the cabinet lights, little LED strip lights. I'm beginning to wire up the industrial strength main cabinet here with this Panduit, it's called Panel Max. So these are DIN breakers and fuse boxes and relays. This is the back side of the cabinet door, and it also uses industrial raceway here to wire up my switches, and as well as the automatic transfer switches here for 120 volts and 220 volts. Here's version 4 of the schematic diagram for the system. It's evolved quite a bit since my last video, and includes things like wire gauges, and so I calculated the currents for running through all the wires and got the appropriate wire gauges, and added a bunch of stuff, including the ability to charge the battery through the Sprinter van alternator system and its other 12 volt battery. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and there'll be more to come as I make progress through the spring here. And please hit that subscribe button.